Okay, next up, Resistance, Fall of Man. Resistance, if you and I still don't like the way that series ended. Like, hopefully, Insomniac is not done with Resistance, or maybe someone else could pick up Resistance. If we could get a Resistance 4 out here in these next gen streets, that would be pretty cool. Maybe a PS5 Resistance 4 launch title. I doubt it, but just saying. Remember when PS3 first came out? That junk was either $600 or $500, and suckers was saying that junk ain't got no games. It's just a Blu-ray player. The only game that was Resistance. For a while, it was only Resistance Fall of Man that was worth a damn to buy a PS3 for. And I remember playing that game, bro. I loved the story for it. I loved the gameplay with like all of the weapons. And we all know how Insomniac do like all these crazy different weapons in the game. I've always felt that with Resistance and Killzone, those should be two shooters that are still going on today for PlayStation, because I always thought those shooters had so much potential that never truly got like all the way unlocked. Like, you always see the potential kind of more so in Killzone, I'd say. But in Resistance, like, those were two great shooters that you would think, because when you think about like PlayStation exclusives, you don't really what PlayStation exclusive shooters are there like today? Killzone is the only one that came out like recently with Shadowfall, but that was like at freaking launch. Like, PlayStation don't really have any exclusive shooters, and with those two, well, really three shooters right there, how you lose them all and you just like never go back to them. I always thought that Resistance has so much more potential that could have been done with it and just do more with the game, but maybe we might see that next gen. I don't know. But Resistance Fall of Man, if I could experience that jump for the first time, the story, the gameplay, the online, I'm all there for it. Gears of War Uno. Okay. Gears of War 1. I remember, I have like a story with all of these games I'm bringing up. I remember going to my friend's house because, again, he was like one of the first people that had Xbox 360. And I remember going to his house. He used to be one of my best friends. I would go to his house quite often, and he had a plasma TV. I don't even know if they still make plasma TVs today. Like, most of the TVs you all hear about now is like, LED or like smart TVs. But he had like he had like a big, thick plasma TV. It was like a plasma TV, but it was still HD, and I remember going to his house. His mom answered the door and said, Rashad's in his room. I was like, okay. So I was walking to his room, and his room had like one of those like sliding doors, so like you could just like go like straight in the room. And I remember I went inside his room, and like, first off, his plasma TV was like, it was like a 40, well, maybe like a 48 inch, maybe a 50 inch plasma TV. And I remember he was playing Gears of War 1 online on Gridlock, the map, like one of the best Gears map. I remember walking in, seeing that, and I was like, so this is me walking in his room. What the hell are you playing? What the hell are you playing right now? He paused, put down the controller. He said, this that Gears of War. You want to play some? I was like, yeah. I remember, bro, you got to understand, the first time seeing Gears of War on Xbox 360 on the HD TV, that jump was crazy. I just remember him like shotgunning suckers and like how gory and how the heads would pop off. And I'm like, sucker, now I want an Xbox 360. My mom ain't gonna buy me one. don't know why I remember this joke so vividly, but I remember seeing him play Gears, and then he finally gave the controller to me. Now Gears was like a hard game to get into because you got to like learn about like the wall bouncing, and like at first the game felt like slow and slow. I'm like, why don't they run like this? I can't even like maneuver how. That is like one of the reasons why Xbox Live was like so superior to PSN last gen, because with Gears, with Halo, but to have that was like the first new IP in a while. Hell, maybe still today. Maybe still today that was like, okay, this is why I buy an Xbox 360. NBA Street Volume 2. I really shouldn't even have to say nothing about this game. I would love to. They don't make games like that anymore. They don't make those like just fun. Just like the goal is to just be fun. They don't make like games like that no more. I feel like now every like developer is like trying to make this blockbuster AAA title that makes a whole bunch of money, and these suckers is failing most of the time. Outside of like 3 or 4 devs, we are most likely never going to see that era of EA again. Now these suckers is too busy making games like, I don't know, Anthem, Bonafide, and his freaking Tims doing crossovers like Iverson. Bonafide, Stretch. Oh my god, man. NBA Street. I would love, and again, I doubt we're ever going to see this era of EA again. But EA Sports Big, like that division of EA with SSX Tricky, NBA Street, NFL Street. I know they had other EA Sports Big titles. Def Jam. Oh my god, Def Jam Vendetta. Just man, I really miss like that division of EA. Now, what are we getting from EA? Again, games like Anthem and a whole bunch of microtransactions, season passes. EA, what the freak happened to you, bro? Like, who are you? Like, do you not remember how great you used to be? You suckers is ass this gen. Jesus Christ. Come on now, dawg. Come on now, dawg. Come on now. The last of us. Come on now. I was trying to choose between that and Uncharted 2, because I now no Uncharted is on my list. And I was really trying to choose between Uncharted 2 or Last of Us. And I still think Uncharted 2 is one of the PS3's best games of all time. I freaking loved Uncharted 2. I still think it's the best Uncharted. Uncharted 4 is not better than 2. Get the freak out of here, okay? But what it came down to is what story I thought was better, what online I thought was better. I think Last of Us has a better story than Uncharted 2. And Uncharted 2 had a very, I thought Uncharted 2 online was the best Uncharted. But Last of Us Online is no joke. So that's what it came down to. What game did I really like the more overall? When Uncharted 2 came out, that just changed the game for PS3. Because I was like, oh snap. PS3 like actually got a game that I want to play now. Let me go out and buy a PS3. So it definitely changed the game. But that's what it came down to. I remember playing that game for the first time. I literally was on the bandwagon during like the first trailer. And I remember suckers saying, bro, you getting too hype for this game. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, sucker, watch this. And then Last of Us came out and I'm like, Last of Us, Naughty Dog don't make, you can say whatever about them today, about how, about how they're so SJW, whatever. Naughty Dog does not make bad games. They have not put out a single game you can flat out say this game was ass. You can't say it, okay? I knew when they was doing a new IP and they were saying how it was going to be. I'm like, bro, this game is going to be amazing. And then Last of Us came out, and it's a done deal. People are already saying that's one of the best games ever made, like top 10 games ever. Okay, Last of Us, it's just levels. Can't wait for Last of Us 2. What else is there to say about Last of Us? I have nothing else to say. If I could experience that jump for the first time over again. Okay, so this is the only trilogy that I have on my list. The only trilogy. Most people might know what it is if you know me well enough, but Halo, bro. Halo 1. I'm not even saying the series. Halo 1 through 3. I know I just spoke about SOCOM before, but Halo is right in that same like league as far as like the online experience you got from 2 and 3. But Halo 1 through 3, that's why I really don't like people when you see Halo today, it's just like, okay, Halo, that's cool. Next. Like, if you never played Halo back when it was Halo in its glory days, in its peak days, in the prime days of Halo, you will never understand why, no matter how many Halos come out, people get excited for it. I think Halo 2 was the first game that had a midnight release. Like, the game had so much hype. It was televised, I think, on like MTV or I remember they put that junk on TV to show the midnight release for Halo 2. It was like I think it was the first game ever to have a midnight release. People do not understand how big Halo used to be, bro. Halo 2 online, it's kind of just like SOCOM 2 online with that experience you got. It's almost like the same thing with the clans, everything, trying to get ranked 50 in each playlist. Like, but I do remember that's when like people online started to get like a little toxic. Like when like you would like play with like a random player and like you was doing bad. He was like, man, you fucking suck. And I'm just like, let me get off the mic. That is when it started to get like a little toxic, you know, but man, I'm legit like I am reminiscing of like how those online experiences used to be. Those 3 games, Halo 1 through 3, I don't think no shooter still to this day comes close to what Halo used to be. Halo had so much hype around it. Like, I remember back in the day on Halo 3, no matter what time you got on, and at that time, even now today, that's a good number. I remember back in the day on Halo 3, no matter what time you logged on, any time of the day, when you would log on the game, it had 500,000 plus players playing it at any given time. That's still a good number today. That's when, like, games didn't used to hide the amount of players that they had online. Like, Halo put it out there like this is how much players we got playing our game. This is the Halo community. This is the Halo community. That was reasons to get an Xbox just for that game alone. Because Halo is not the same what it used to be. I really think that's the only thing that's changed for Xbox. Xbox today is no different from what it used to be back in the day. Cause back in the day, what did Xbox used to rely on? Halo. What does Xbox still kind of rely on today? Halo, Gears, Forza. Halo is really no different what Xbox is doing today from back in the day. The only difference is Halo is not the same and Gears is kind of not the same. That's really the only difference. But Halo, when it was on point, nothing really came close. Yeah. Halo trilogy. And then last but not least, just take a guess. What y'all think is the last game? If you could take any guess, what you think the last game I'm about to say? Most likely ain't no one gonna guess. Ain't nobody gonna guess. Nobody. Telltale's The Walking Dead Season 1. That season. I played 2. I played a little bit of 3, and I was like, bro, 3 is ass. And then I just stopped playing it. And then I know they just recently finished. Whoa. At first, it was like kind of unsure if they were even going to get a chance to finish the last season with 4. I think 4 is finished now. So I played a little bit of 3, but after like seeing how bad 3 was, I'm like, bro, I'm done with this junk. This junk is nowhere near what it used to be. Telltale's The Walking Dead Season 1. Bro, that game. Now I know it was like a point and click interactive game. It wasn't really no gameplay, but still, like you know what to expect from a Telltale game, you know. So that season, that like when people think Telltale, people still think that season. Like at least when people bring up Telltale to me, that's the first thing I think about. I don't think about just Telltale, The Walking Dead. No, I think Telltale The Walking Dead Season 1 with Lee Everett and Clementine. Oh my god! If there's one season you have to play, because again, after like for me it fell off kind of after 2. 3 was ass, but I heard 4 it kind of ended, you know, not so bad. I don't know. Who cares? I just know after that first season, oh my god, bro, that put Telltale on the map. Before then, I was that the first junk that they put out? I don't know, but that's the first time I heard of Telltale. Where Telltale's The Walking Dead Season 1. That season, bro, was so amazing. I have nothing else to say. That junk was so good. The characters, the story, oh my god, it was just so well put together, bro. And I think since then, like it just never had that same impact and feeling like playing that game. But yes, that is last on my list. Telltale's The Walking Dead Season 1. So again, I got Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, GameCube, Condemned Criminal Origins, Pokemon Gold, the OG, the classic, okay? Ratchet and Clank Going Commando, SOCOM 2, Bioshock 1, Resistance Fall of Man, Gears 1, NBA Street Volume 2, Last of Us, bro, that Halo trilogy, and Telltale's Walking Dead Season 1. Those are my 12 games that if I could experience for the first time one more time, it would be those 12 games right there. Again, this don't mean these are like my favorite games of all time. It's just as far as like the experience that I had with those games at that time from what I remember, I would love to experience these games. They don't necessarily mean they the best on my like top 10, top 12 games. No. Okay, because I'm doing the top 20 games soon. Okay? What are 12 games that if you my brother, you my sister that's watching this video right now, what are 12 games that if you could experience again for the first time, you would choose those 12 games and why? I want to know stories. Just how I told y'all stories of SOCOM 2 and Gears 1. I want to know stories, the experiences that you had with these games. I want to see full-blown college essays in the comments section, okay? You know, so hope you guys enjoyed this video. And yeah, man, those are my 12 games that if I could experience for the first time again, I would choose those 12. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And until next time, my brothers and sisters, I'll catch y'all boys later in my next video, all right?